Welcome to Mr. USA English. I'm glad you're here. This is your shadowing English practice lesson. In this session, you will hear each sentence, then repeat it out loud. Don't worry about being perfect. Just listen carefully, speak slowly, and follow along. If a sentence feels difficult, pause the audio and repeat it again. Here at Mr. USA English, we believe confidence comes from daily practice. Even a few minutes every day can change your English. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and let's begin. Hello? Hello? How are you? How are you? I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing well, thank you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm mentally and physically exhausted. I'm mentally and physically exhausted. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm struggling to grasp this. I'm struggling to grasp this. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm concerned about the outcome. I'm concerned about the outcome. It's cold today. It's cold today. It's absolutely freezing today. It's absolutely freezing today. It's hot today. It's hot today. It's boiling outside. It's boiling outside. I want coffee. I want coffee. I'd like a cup of coffee, please. I'd like a cup of coffee, please. Give me water. Give me water. Could I have some water, please? Could I have some water, please? Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Sorry. Sorry. I sincerely apologize. I sincerely apologize. Please help me. Please help me. I'd appreciate your assistance. I'd appreciate your assistance. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Could you please hold on for a moment? Could you please hold on for a moment? I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm feeling a bit anxious. I'm feeling a bit anxious. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm genuinely delighted. I'm genuinely delighted. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. Yes? Yes? Absolutely. Absolutely. No. No. Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. I need a job. I need a job. I'm currently seeking employment opportunities. I'm currently seeking employment opportunities. I work hard. I work hard. I'm highly dedicated and results-driven. I'm highly dedicated and results-driven. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. I'm a motivated individual who enjoys learning new skills. I'm a motivated individual who enjoys learning new skills. Let's meet tomorrow. Let's meet tomorrow. How about we catch up tomorrow afternoon? How about we catch up tomorrow afternoon? Call me later. Call me later. Would you mind giving me a call later? Would you mind giving me a call later? Goodbye. Goodbye. Take care and speak soon. Take care and speak soon. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. How was your day? How was your day? How has your day been so far? How has your day been so far? I'm busy today. I'm busy today. I've had a packed schedule today. I've had a packed schedule today. I need help. I need help. I'd appreciate your assistance. I'd appreciate your assistance. Please explain. Please explain. Could you please clarify that for me? Could you please clarify that for me? I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I take full responsibility for the error. I take full responsibility for the error. I don't agree. I don't agree. I respectfully disagree. I respectfully disagree. I agree. I agree. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. Send the email. Send the email. Could you please send the email by end of day? Could you please send the email by end of day? Wait. Wait. Could you please hold on for a moment? Could you please hold on for a moment? I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll take care of it shortly. I'll take care of it shortly. I'm late. I'm late. I apologize for the delay. I apologize for the delay. Let me know. Let me know. Please keep me informed. Please keep me informed. I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. That's good. That's good. That sounds great. That sounds great. That's bad. That's bad. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I will try. I will try. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. I finished. I finished. I've completed the task. I've completed the task. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm fully prepared. I'm fully prepared. No problem. No problem. Not an issue at all. Not an issue at all. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. I feel sad. I feel sad. I'm feeling emotionally low. I'm feeling emotionally low. I feel happy. I feel happy. I'm genuinely delighted. I'm genuinely delighted. I'm scared. I'm scared. I feel a bit uneasy about this. I feel a bit uneasy about this. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm feeling quite frustrated. I'm feeling quite frustrated. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm feeling slightly anxious. I'm feeling slightly anxious. I'm confident. I'm confident. I feel self-assured. I feel self-assured. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. I trust my abilities. I trust my abilities. I will succeed. I will succeed. I'm confident I'll achieve my goals. I'm confident I'll achieve my goals. I can't do this. I can't do this. I'll give it my best effort. I'll give it my best effort. I feel tired. I feel tired. I'm mentally and physically exhausted. I'm mentally and physically exhausted. I feel stressed. I feel stressed. I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I take full responsibility for the error. I take full responsibility for the error. I'm afraid to speak. I'm afraid to speak. I'm learning to express myself confidently. I'm learning to express myself confidently. I'm shy help. I'm shy help. I'm working on improving my communication skills. I'm working on improving my communication skills. I want change. I want change. I'm committed to personal growth. I'm committed to personal growth. I practice every day. I practice every day. Consistency is my daily habit. Consistency is my daily habit. I won't quit. I won't quit. I'm determined to keep moving forward. I'm determined to keep moving forward. I am improving. I am improving. I'm making steady progress. I'm making steady progress. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. I'm a motivated individual who enjoys learning and improving every day. I'm a motivated individual who enjoys learning and improving every day. What experience do you have? What experience do you have? I bring valuable experience to the table. I bring valuable experience to the table. Why should we hire you? Why should we hire you? I'm committed, adaptable, and eager to contribute to your team. I'm committed, adaptable, and eager to contribute to your team. I need a job. I need a job. I'm currently seeking employment opportunities. I'm currently seeking employment opportunities. I work hard. I work hard. I'm highly dedicated and results-driven. I'm highly dedicated and results-driven. I can learn fast. I can learn fast. I'm quick to adapt and eager to learn. I'm quick to adapt and eager to learn. I don't have experience. I don't have experience. I'm actively building my skills and gaining practical experience. I'm actively building my skills and gaining practical experience. I can start anytime. I can start anytime. I'm available to begin immediately. I'm available to begin immediately. What are your strengths? What are your strengths? My strengths include communication, consistency, and teamwork. My strengths include communication, consistency, and teamwork. What are your weaknesses? What are your weaknesses? I'm continuously working on improving my skills. I'm continuously working on improving my skills. How much salary do you expect? How much salary do you expect? I'm open to discussing compensation based on responsibilities. I'm open to discussing compensation based on responsibilities. Do you have questions for us? Do you have questions for us? Could you tell me more about growth opportunities? Could you tell me more about growth opportunities? Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. I truly appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today. I truly appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today. We will contact you. We will contact you. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to hearing from you. Great job for completing today's shadowing practice. Remember, progress doesn't come from talent. It comes from consistency. Practice every day, speak out loud, make mistakes, learn from them. If you enjoyed this lesson, come back again for more shadowing practice with Mr. USA English. Keep improving, keep believing in yourself, and keep speaking English. Thank you for learning with Mr. USA English. See you in the next lesson. I just woke up. I just woke up. I've just started my day. I've just started my day. I need some fresh air. I need some fresh air. I could really use some fresh air right now. I could really use some fresh air right now. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. I'm preparing to head out. I'm preparing to head out. I feel sleepy. I feel sleepy. I still feel a bit drowsy. I still feel a bit drowsy. I checked my phone. I checked my phone. I glanced at my notifications. I glanced at my notifications. I missed the bus. I missed the bus. I didn't make it in time. I didn't make it in time. I'm walking slowly. I'm walking slowly. I'm taking my time. I'm taking my time. I see someone familiar. I see someone familiar. That person looks familiar. That person looks familiar. I waved hello. I waved hello. I greeted them warmly. I greeted them warmly. I'm heading to work. I'm heading to work. I'm on my way to the office. I'm on my way to the office. Traffic is heavy. Traffic is heavy. The roads are quite congested. The roads are quite congested. I arrived early. I arrived early. I got here ahead of schedule. I got here ahead of schedule. I opened my laptop. I opened my laptop. I powered up my computer. I powered up my computer. I reviewed my tasks. I reviewed my tasks. I went over my to-do list. I went over my to-do list. I started working. I started working. I got straight to business. I got straight to business. I need to focus. I need to focus. I have to concentrate. I have to concentrate. I'm organizing my files. I'm organizing my files. I'm arranging my documents. I'm arranging my documents. I'm reading emails. I'm reading emails. I'm going through my messages. I'm going through my messages. I replied quickly. I replied quickly. I responded right away. I responded right away. I took notes. I took notes. I wrote everything down. I wrote everything down. I feel productive. I feel productive. I'm getting a lot done. I'm getting a lot done. I need a short break. I need a short break. I could use a quick rest. I could use a quick rest. I stretched my arms. I stretched my arms. I loosened up my shoulders. I loosened up my shoulders. I took a deep breath. I took a deep breath. I paused to breathe deeply. I paused to breathe deeply. I grabbed a snack. I grabbed a snack. I picked up something small to eat. I picked up something small to eat. I'm back at my desk. I'm back at my desk. I've returned to my workstation. I've returned to my workstation. I solved the problem. I solved the problem. I managed to figure it out. I managed to figure it out. I asked a question. I asked a question. I requested some clarification. I requested some clarification. I received feedback. I received feedback. I got some helpful input. I got some helpful input. I made progress. I made progress. I'm moving forward steadily. I'm moving forward steadily. I feel encouraged. I feel encouraged. I feel motivated to continue. I feel motivated to continue. I finished my work. I finished my work. I wrapped everything up. I wrapped everything up. I packed my bag. I packed my bag. I gathered my belongings. I gathered my belongings. I left the building. I left the building. I headed outside. I headed outside. The sky looks clear. The sky looks clear. The weather seems pleasant. The weather seems pleasant. I'm walking home. I'm walking home. I'm making my way back. I'm making my way back. I stopped at a shop. I stopped at a shop. I dropped by a nearby store. I dropped by a nearby store. I picked up groceries. I picked up groceries. I bought a few essentials. I bought a few essentials. I paid at the counter. I paid at the counter. I completed my purchase. I completed my purchase. I carried my bags. I carried my bags. I balanced everything carefully. I balanced everything carefully. I reached home. I reached home. I finally made it back. I finally made it back. I unlocked the door. I unlocked the door. I let myself inside. I let myself inside. I washed my hands. I washed my hands. I cleaned up quickly. I cleaned up quickly. I changed my clothes. I changed my clothes. I got into something comfortable. I got into something comfortable. I started cooking. I started cooking. I began preparing dinner. I began preparing dinner. I set the table. I set the table. I arranged everything neatly. I arranged everything neatly. I sat down. I sat down. I took a seat and relaxed. I took a seat and relaxed. I enjoyed my meal. I enjoyed my meal. I savored every bite. I savored every bite. I cleaned the dishes. I cleaned the dishes. I washed everything afterward. I washed everything afterward. I turned on some music. I turned on some music. I played something relaxing. I played something relaxing. I reflected on my day. I reflected on my day. I thought about everything that happened. I thought about everything that happened. I learned something new. I learned something new. I picked up a new skill today. I picked up a new skill today. I practiced speaking. I practiced speaking. I spent time improving my pronunciation. I spent time improving my pronunciation. I repeated sentences. I repeated sentences. I trained my speaking muscles. I trained my speaking muscles. I feel proud. I feel proud. I'm proud of my effort. I'm proud of my effort. I'm making progress. I'm making progress. I can see steady improvement. I can see steady improvement. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. I trust the process. I trust the process. I won't give up. I won't give up. I'm committed to staying consistent. I'm committed to staying consistent. I'm building confidence. I'm building confidence. I'm developing stronger communication skills. I'm developing stronger communication skills. I'm becoming clearer. I'm becoming clearer. My speech is getting smoother. My speech is getting smoother. I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward. I'm taking one step at a time. I'm taking one step at a time. I'm grateful today. I'm grateful today. I appreciate this opportunity to learn. I appreciate this opportunity to learn. I'm ready for tomorrow. I'm ready for tomorrow. I'm prepared for a new day. I'm prepared for a new day. I stepped outside. I stepped outside. I walked into the fresh morning air. I walked into the fresh morning air. I looked around. I looked around. I took in my surroundings. I took in my surroundings. I heard birds. I heard birds. I noticed birds chirping nearby. I noticed birds chirping nearby. I crossed the street. I crossed the street. I carefully made my way across the road. I carefully made my way across the road. I waited at the corner. I waited at the corner. I stood patiently at the intersection. I stood patiently at the intersection. I checked the time. I checked the time. I glanced at my watch. I glanced at my watch. I saw the bus arrive. I saw the bus arrive. I noticed my bus pulling in. I noticed my bus pulling in. I got on board. I got on board. I stepped onto the bus. I stepped onto the bus. I found a seat. I found a seat. I managed to find an empty seat. I managed to find an empty seat. I sat quietly. I sat quietly. I settled in comfortably. I settled in comfortably. I watched people. I watched people. I observed everyone around me. I observed everyone around me. I listened to music. I listened to music. I played some calming music. I played some calming music. I closed my eyes. I closed my eyes. I took a moment to relax. I took a moment to relax. I arrived downtown. I arrived downtown. I reached the city center. I reached the city center. I stepped off. I stepped off. I got off the bus. I got off the bus. I walked forward. I walked forward. I continued on my way. I continued on my way. I entered a building. I entered a building. I walked inside the office building. I walked inside the office building. I greeted the receptionist. I greeted the receptionist. I said hello politely. I said hello politely. I signed in. I signed in. I wrote my name on the list. I wrote my name on the list. I waited quietly. I waited quietly. I sat calmly in the waiting area. I sat calmly in the waiting area. I reviewed my notes. I reviewed my notes. I went over my preparation. I went over my preparation. I practiced lines. I practiced lines. I rehearsed what I wanted to say. I rehearsed what I wanted to say. I was called in. I was called in. They invited me into the room. They invited me into the room. I stood up. I stood up. I rose from my seat. I rose from my seat. I walked confidently. I walked confidently. I moved forward with confidence. I moved forward with confidence. I shook hands. I shook hands. I greeted everyone professionally. I greeted everyone professionally. I introduced myself. I introduced myself. I shared my background briefly. I shared my background briefly. I answered questions. I answered questions. I responded clearly and calmly. I responded clearly and calmly. I explained my goals. I explained my goals. I spoke about my future plans. I spoke about my future plans. I listened carefully. I listened carefully. I paid close attention to every detail. I paid close attention to every detail. I took feedback. I took feedback. I accepted constructive comments. I accepted constructive comments. I thanked them. I thanked them. I expressed my appreciation. I expressed my appreciation. I left the room. I left the room. I exited politely. I exited politely. I felt relieved. I felt relieved. I felt a sense of relief wash over me. I felt a sense of relief wash over me. I walked outside. I walked outside. I stepped back into the open air. I stepped back into the open air. I breathed deeply. I breathed deeply. I took a slow, calming breath. I took a slow, calming breath. I checked my phone again. I checked my phone again. I reviewed my messages. I reviewed my messages. I arrived at the hotel. I arrived at the hotel. I stepped into the lobby. I stepped into the lobby. I looked around quietly. I looked around quietly. I observed the spacious lobby. I observed the spacious lobby. I walked to reception. I walked to reception. I approached the front desk. I approached the front desk. I greeted the staff. I greeted the staff. I said hello politely. I said hello politely. I gave my name. I gave my name. I provided my reservation details. I provided my reservation details. I showed my ID. I showed my ID. I presented my identification. I presented my identification. I received my key card. I received my key card. I collected my room access card. I collected my room access card. I asked about breakfast. I asked about breakfast. I inquired about the breakfast hours. I inquired about the breakfast hours. I thanked them. I thanked them. I expressed my appreciation. I expressed my appreciation. I headed to the elevator. I headed to the elevator. I walked toward the lift. I walked toward the lift. I pressed my floor. I pressed my floor. I selected my level. I selected my level. I entered my room. I entered my room. I unlocked the door quietly. I unlocked the door quietly. I placed my bags down. I placed my bags down. I set my luggage beside the bed. I set my luggage beside the bed. I opened the curtains. I opened the curtains. I let natural light fill the room. I let natural light fill the room. I sat on the bed. I sat on the bed. I took a moment to rest. I took a moment to rest. I unpacked slowly. I unpacked slowly. I organized my clothes neatly. I organized my clothes neatly. I washed my face. I washed my face. I refreshed myself in the bathroom. I refreshed myself in the bathroom. I changed outfits. I changed outfits. I put on clean clothes. I put on clean clothes. I checked the mirror. I checked the mirror. I made sure I looked presentable. I made sure I looked presentable. I left the room. I left the room. I locked the door behind me. I locked the door behind me. I walked downstairs. I walked downstairs. I headed toward the restaurant. I headed toward the restaurant. I entered the dining area. I entered the dining area. I noticed the calm atmosphere. I noticed the calm atmosphere. I waited to be seated. I waited to be seated. I stood patiently near the entrance. I stood patiently near the entrance. I followed the waiter. I followed the waiter. I walked to my table. I walked to my table. I sat down carefully. I sat down carefully. I placed my napkin on my lap. I placed my napkin on my lap. I opened the menu. I opened the menu. I reviewed the food options. I reviewed the food options. I asked about specials. I asked about today's specials. I asked about today's specials. I ordered water. I ordered water. I requested a glass of water. I requested a glass of water. I chose my meal. I chose my meal. I made my selection confidently. I made my selection confidently. I ordered politely. I ordered politely. I placed my order with courtesy. I placed my order with courtesy. I waited quietly. I waited quietly. I enjoyed the peaceful environment. I enjoyed the peaceful environment. I checked my phone. I checked my phone. I replied to messages. I replied to messages. My food arrived. My food arrived. The waiter placed my dish gently. The waiter placed my dish gently. I thanked them. I thanked them. I expressed appreciation again. I expressed appreciation again. I took my first bite. I took my first bite. I tasted the flavors slowly. I tasted the flavors slowly. I enjoyed the meal. I enjoyed the meal. I savored every bite. I savored every bite. I drank some water. I drank some water. I refreshed myself. I refreshed myself. I finished eating. I finished eating. I cleared my plate. I cleared my plate. I asked for the bill. I asked for the bill. I requested the check politely. I requested the check politely. I paid the bill. I paid the bill. I completed the payment. I completed the payment. I stood up. I stood up. I thank the staff. I thank the staff. I left the restaurant. I left the restaurant. I walked back to my room. I walked back to my room. I unlocked my door. I unlocked my door. I entered quietly. I entered quietly. I changed into comfortable clothes. I changed into comfortable clothes. I lay on the bed. I lay on the bed. I reflected on the day. I reflected on the day. I practiced English. I practiced English. I repeated hotel phrases. I repeated hotel phrases. I felt relaxed. I felt relaxed. I felt satisfied. I felt satisfied. I prepared for sleep. I prepared for sleep. I closed my eyes. I closed my eyes. I rested peacefully. I rested peacefully.